In the dead of night, when no eye can see and no radar can track, a shadow moves across the sky, silent, swift, and invisible. This is the story of the B-2 Spirit, one of the most advanced and enigmatic aircraft ever created by mankind. A flying wing born out of the Cold War's fear and ambition, designed not only to survive the battlefield, but to render it obsolete. The origin of the B-2 dates back to a time when the Cold War was turning ever colder. In the late 1970s, American military strategists faced a daunting question: how could the United States maintain nuclear superiority in a world where Soviet air defenses were growing nearly impenetrable? The answer lay in stealth, technology so revolutionary it could make a bomber virtually disappear. The dream began at Northrop Corporation, a company that had long experimented with flying wing designs. Engineers and visionaries, inspired by Jack Northrop's early work in the 1940s, revisited the idea of a tailless aircraft. With advanced composite materials, radar-absorbing coatings, and computer-aided design, what was once theoretical became achievable. By 1979, the Advanced Technology Bomber (ATB) program was greenlit. It was shrouded in secrecy, hidden even from most inside the Pentagon. Teams at Northrop, and later Northrop Grumman, toiled in underground labs and secure facilities, crafting not just an aircraft, but a ghost. The design evolved under the codename "Seen Your Eyes," and eventually, what emerged would be called the B-2 Spirit. First revealed to the public in 1988, and taking its maiden flight in 1989, the B-2 looked like nothing else in the skies. Its sleek, black, boomerang-like silhouette lacked vertical stabilizers, propellers, or intakes in the usual places. Every surface, angle, and line was calculated to deflect radar waves. The aircraft didn't just fly, it evaded. But the B-2 wasn't built for show. It was engineered to strike anywhere on Earth, without warning and without being seen. Capable of flying over 6,000 nautical miles without refueling, and over 10,000 with mid-air refueling, it could leave Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and strike a target on the other side of the globe, then return undetected. Its payload was as deadly as its silhouette was elegant. The B-2 could carry 40,000 pounds of ordnance, including both conventional and nuclear weapons. It was fitted with precision-guided munitions, gravity bombs, and later, the massive ordnance penetrator, a 30,000-pound bunker buster designed for hardened underground targets. During its early years, the B-2 was surrounded by controversy. Each aircraft cost over $1 billion to produce, making it the most expensive aircraft ever built at the time. Congress and the Pentagon debated its future, reducing the initial order from 132 to just 21 aircraft. But those who understood its power knew that even one B-2 could change the course of a conflict. And it did. The B-2's combat debut came in 1999 during Operation Allied Force in Kosovo. Under the cloak of night, B-2s flew non-stop from the US to the Balkans, destroying high-value targets with pinpoint accuracy. In the opening hours of the campaign, they took out enemy air defenses and command centers, paving the way for NATO air superiority. Then came Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, and Syria. Every time the B-2 flew, it rewrote the rules of warfare. In 2011, 3 B-2s took off from Missouri, flew more than 25 hours to Libya, dropped 40 bombs on Libyan airfields, and returned without a scratch. Their presence was felt, but never seen. The secret to the B-2's invisibility lies not just in its shape, but in the layers beneath. Radar-absorbent materials, RAM, infrared suppression, and acoustic dampening are woven into its structure. Even its engines are buried deep within the wing, shielded from heat-seeking missiles. Every bolt, every panel, every coat of paint serves a purpose. But maintaining this invisibility is an art in itself. Each B-2 requires over 100 and 19 hours of maintenance for every hour it flies. Specialized climate-controlled hangars are used to preserve its radar-absorbing skin. Technicians must handle it with extreme care. Even a fingerprint can compromise its stealth. Despite these challenges, the B-2 remains the only stealth bomber in active service capable of delivering nuclear weapons. Its presence alone is a deterrent. It doesn't need to drop a bomb to win a battle. Sometimes, its silence is enough. In 2008, the B-2 program suffered its only major incident. A Spirit of Kansas crashed shortly after takeoff in Guam. The cause was later attributed to moisture in the aircraft's sensors, leading to incorrect data. Remarkably, both pilots ejected safely. The crash was a rare scar in an otherwise impeccable record. The years since have only cemented the B-2's legacy. In a world of drones and hypersonic weapons, the Spirit still reigns as a ghost from the past and a guardian of the future. It has become a symbol not just of American air power, but of technological mastery and silent resolve. In 2020, the U.S. Air Force began testing its successor, the B-21 Raider. Smaller, more efficient, and even stealthier, the Raider is set to join the fleet by the end of the decade. But even as the B-21 rises, the B-2 refuses to fade. It continues to fly, to train, and, when needed, to strike. In January 2025, in the shadows of escalating tensions with Iran, B-2s took flight once again. From undisclosed bases, they crossed hostile skies, striking key Iranian military targets with unmatched precision. The world watched, stunned, not by what was seen, but by what wasn't. No warning. No radar signature. Just sudden fire and silence. This is the paradox of the B-2 Spirit. A weapon of immense power, born not to conquer, but to prevent. It is a peacekeeper cloaked in war paint. A whisper in the wind that reminds the world, true power doesn't need to shout. As long as the skies are contested, the B-2 will fly. And as long as it flies, it will remain a mystery. A phantom above the clouds, watching, waiting, ready,